Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is an ECWA K Cup semifinal match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from Newark, New Jersey and Buenos Aires, Argentina, respectively. Weighing in at a total combined weight of 358 pounds, the team of Bandido Jr. and Azrieal.
Our final semifinal round matchup at the K Cup going to determine who will challenge the Logan brothers in the finals, not just for the ECWA tag team titles, but certainly for the K Cup crown as well. First team through victorious in the quarterfinals over number one Johnny Silver and Alex Reynolds. They are, of course, the team of Azrieal and Bandido Jr., some international flavor from south of the border. In this matchup, former tag team champions and multiple other wrestling organizations, but certainly no honor as prestigious of being not just ECWA tag champions, but K Cup tournament champions as well. They certainly are well within reach of me.
Hailing from the Triton Moon of Neptune, weighing in at a total combined weight of 415 pounds, sensational Sam Shields and complex Chris Rockwell, the Midnight Sensations.
It's been confirmed that the aliens have landed.
Sent from the future to save tag team wrestling, at least in their words. Sure, they could go a long way into making that plan come to fruition by becoming what I would consider to be the most decorated tag team on the East Coast today, if they can be successful, not just this matchup, but certainly the finals as well. Sensational Sam Shields, I'll get it right eventually, and complex Chris Rockwell. Victorious over AMIL, All Money is Legal, with K Murda, K Pusha in the quarterfinal round. And this is a whole different style, a whole different game plan for both of these teams, really, compared to their first round exploits. I'm very intrigued to see how this matchup develops. Bandido Jr. going to start things out, North Jersey native, son of Bandido. Has donned the mask full-time in ECWA to pay tribute to his heritage and legacy of his father. And you gotta believe his whole family would be so proud of Bandido Jr. should he escape with the K Cup and the Tag Team Championships. Midnight Sensations, through the duration of their career here in ECWA, haven't made a lot of friends, have turned a lot of people off with their brash attitudes by claiming them to be the saviors of tag team wrestling, and also by the claims of them being, well, in the future. But I will give credit where credit's due. It seems that the Midnight Sensations, in recent months as well as tonight, do have their section of followers. And certainly, regardless of your opinions of these gentlemen's personal lives or attitudes, you got to give credit to their athletic prowess and their skill. Right now, it does seem a majority of the crowd is behind Bandido Jr. He's in there right now with sensational Sam Shields. Side headlock cinched in. You control the head, you control the body, but Bandido creating distance quickly and springs off with a satellite head scissors. Nicely done. Hurricane Rana takeover as well, and Azrieal, exclamation point with a poke of the eye, and Bandido with a takedown. Center ring as well. And both Sensations in big time trouble on the tag in to the young veteran Azrieal. Double suplex well within the 5 count, nicely done. There's a cover, 2 and no. Azrieal now bringing a more brawling element. Just going to slug away at Sam Shields. Azrieal probably the most adept striker of the group. So certainly not a bad strategy. Azrieal has gone toe-to-toe with some of the most hardest hitters and most physically imposing athletes, especially the cruiserweight weight class, that this business has seen in the past 10 years. There's the Azrieal get a near fall off of a very hard back elbow. Elevation back suplex. Shields in trouble for 2 again. Azrieal just been relentless since he was tagged in. No wasted motion. No wasted time. Definitively stays on his man every second. Certainly you don't want to give anybody an opening, especially this late in the game. Rockwell was able to block his partner Shields from hitting the corner. Shields used that to come around with a clothesline. That's great tag team precision by the Midnight Sensations. Tag into Rockwell. And Azrieal sitting back into the Sensation corner, and Rockwell doing a 180 of Azrieal here, taking all the time he can to showboat. Rapid fire in the corner from Chris Rockwell. The team from the Triton Moon of Neptune in firm control say they're going to win this championship for the Shaman of Triton. And there's a Northern Lights suplex to stick in with the solar system topical conversation. Tag made once again. Now here's some of these fans starting to come alive for the Midnight Sensations. Something you might not have seen a few months ago, but Rockwell winds up and plants the fist between the eyes. Barely gets 2, however. Bit of a split crowd. And again, the winning team, they have Matt and Brian Logan in the finals, and I don't envy either of these tandems for that task, just because of how much momentum the Logans have had. 2-0. Pinfall centering by Shields on Azrieal. Just how much momentum the Logans have garnered in just one night back in this great organization. Rockwell tagged back in, however. And Azrieal dropped with the Manhattan drop. Following up with a scissors kick. And that's a smart cover by Rockwell. Nicely done by Mr. Complex himself. He just put all of Azriel's body weight onto Azriel's own shoulders. And as a result, it took Azrieal that much more effort to kick out. And wait a second, low bridge here. Azrieal and Bandido are both in the line of sight, but both got out of the way. Bandido with a somersault senton on top of Rockwell. And Bandido using prime advantage here to give Azrieal a breather. And that allows Azrieal to make the tag. Great tag team synergy by Azrieal and Bandido. Suplex nicely done. Azrieal in with a senton. And check out the double team. Could be all here, 2-0. Hard to really argue which of these teams has been the most cohesive in this matchup. Bandido with a crossbody. We have the cover, and only a count of 2 again. Maybe a slight advantage to the Midnight Sensations. But man, Azrieal and Bandido have come along like a house of fire these past few minutes. That high heel kick by Bandido Jr. And he gets a near fall once again. And these Sensations, they've been kind of locked in a rivalry with Fusion DS in recent months. And with Fusion now out of the tag title scene, at least for tonight, Sensations, they got to be looking at this as possibly their opening to kind of sneak in the back door and win the championships. But no easy task if they get through this match. Big if. Because Azrieal and Bandido are certainly very decorated in their own right. And much as we had seen earlier, the Sensations neutralizing one man from their partner, Azrieal and Bandido coming right back doing the same. Azrieal with the knees and a bulldog headlock takedown. Nicely done, and last second Shields is in to interrupt. A little bit close there. Azrieal puts the knee into the small of the back. Bending back with a chin lock, and nowhere for Rockwell to go in that exchange. Bandido Jr. up and down. That double sledge. And it's now Bandido and Azrieal in firm control of Rockwell. Charge into the corner. This matchup, been about as even as you're going to get it. And Sam Shields looking for a tag, but easier said than done, as Bandido and Azrieal are just wearing away. And not only does this wear down the Sensations, but Bandido Jr. is also giving himself a breather. Very, very intelligent maneuver. Rockwell broke the grasp and got ahead of steam, but walked right into the drop kick 2-0. And Bandido seems to have pinpoint precision with his aerial strikes right around the face, right around the jawline, every single time. Bandido back to that chin lock. You can see the pain etched on the face of Chris Rockwell. Rockwell up and immediately taken back down. Grapevine and tag to Azrieal. Very smart wrestling by Bandido. As Azrieal and Bandido start to run away with this thing a little bit. Rockwell. Oh, cheap shot by Bandido. Certainly neither of these teams are what you'd call a cover. Center ring and two counts as Mike Keener. Neither of these teams are going to win a Humanitarian of the Year. They're not exactly the most trustworthy and by the book. They get the job done, and they're two of the best teams going. Azrieal elevates Rockwell with a stomach breaker. Nicely done. Now Azrieal up top. Went for the double stomp. We saw that displayed in the quarterfinals. Duck of the charge, and Sam Shields is legal and begins to fire away on Azrieal and Bandido. Shields, the freshest man in this matchup. Pump handle into a Uranagi suplex by Shields. Azrieal now back with a cutter. Watch Rockwell in out of nowhere. And credit to Rockwell that he can still even move after what he's withstood. But just as I say that, Rockwell limp against the ropes thanks to Bandido. And all four men are down. After all this, we are at a stalemate in the final semifinal round of the K Cup. Azrieal gets the tag. And again, some fans behind Bandido and Azrieal, some fans behind the Midnight Sensations. Reversal into the corner. And the Sensations attempt the double team. Bandido a step ahead. The knees. The lung blower. Wait, we saw shades of this in the quarterfinals. Azrieal with a double stomp. Connects with both men. The cover. And no. Near fall. Shields survives the double stomp, and Azrieal cannot believe it. Bandido and Az still on their feet. It's Rockwell again. They know the weakened member of this team by far is Chris Rockwell. Bandido going up high. Azrieal was as well. They were going for a huge double team. Rockwell hangs onto the top rope to counter the Hurricane Rana. And the Sensations hit the double team once again, and they made it to the finals. I've got to consider that a come-from-behind victory if I've ever seen one in tag team wrestling. Azrieal and Bandido controlled nearly all of the second half of this contest. They were attempting a major double team that would have sealed the coffin on the Sensations' run here tonight. But just when it seemed things were at their bleakest, Shields and Rockwell pulled off that beautiful fireman's carry neckbreaker. They were able to finish the job once again and advance to the final. Will the Sensations save tag team wrestling tonight when they face the Logan brothers in the final round of the K Cup? Still to come. In just a couple of heartbeats away, the K Cup champions 2011 will be crowned.